This episode out of the entire season has to be the craziest episode so far.
Okay.
No, this is the craziest episode so far.
Okay. Yeah.
Because you have Ivory and Big Lex. Then you got Emma, Tink, Natalie falling over. Then you got Pretty Pete, Diamond fighting after.
Oh,
then
yeah.
you got. Then you got.
That's right. Diamond runs off the scene.
Yeah, to get her mouth guard.
Yeah, and I'm like, why the f*** is she running out? Then she come back with no wig and her mouth guard.
Pretty Pete got up so quick. I never seen somebody get up so quick
She
to
was
fight.
hyped.
Bro, jacket came off fast. Yo, the tongue came out. When you saw the tongue come out, you knew it was like she's hyped to fight.
This the kind of beat to go, this the kind of beat to go, this the kind of beat to go, rock, top, top.
Welcome back to another episode of the Petty Headquarters. I'm your host, Tiana Locke, and this is
Jesse Strange.
And we are back at it again with another video. And of course, we are back with a Baddies motherfucking recap.
Yeah, baby.
Okay, it's been long overdue.
Yes, we trying to catch up, all right?
Right. But after this, I think we will be caught up.
Mhm.
Obviously, some of you that were there for it, I know you guys caught a glimpse or you watched the whole thing of us live streaming episode 11. So you guys got to see our reaction in like real time while it was happening. And that episode was insane. Obviously, this is like weeks after now, so things are a bit more calm.
Yeah.
Things are a bit more calm. But it's still the same energy when it comes to Baddies. So, I mean, we're going to cover episodes 11 and 12 today.
Yes, we are.
Right? And then you already know the next one will be the next two episodes, so 13 and 14. So, we know 13 just dropped. So, yeah, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. How about you?
I'm good. I mean, I'm ready to talk my shit because I feel like I haven't said anything, and I feel like I have a lot to say. So we'll see.
I know. I'm excited. But for those of you who are new, welcome to the Petty Headquarters.
Period.
We are a pop culture podcast. We cover reality TV, Zeus Network, Hollywood, drama, all that shebang. So if you're new here, welcome. And if you are not, welcome back. And so I guess let's get straight into it, right? We're going to talk about Baddies, like you said.
Right. So episode 11, of course, picks up from where Lex presses Ivory in that motherfucking room.
Oh, is this with the name exchange?
Yes.
Oh God.
But like when we last did our episode, we left off at like, we saw Natalie do it. Let's see how that goes.
Right.
But now we are here. Okay. Lex is saying she's not leaving the room. This is her room. So Ivory's like, all right, so what's up? Then they just start fighting in the room.
Yo, Lex was really not playing. I feel her though. I'm not gonna lie. Like if that was me too, it's just something about that pride. Like, okay, I get it was a joke, but this is my room now.
Right. Because now you're doing too much. Yeah. Why are you doing so much?
You're so bothered. Now I'm gonna stay.
Right. Like let's turn it up a notch then, if that's the case.
Yeah.
So they fight in the room, and bro, you can tell like it was just so crazy. These bitches really be fighting for real.
Yeah.
Ivory tries to use her weight all the time. It is very obvious. But it's crazy because after that little rumble tumble in the room, who needs the ice pack? Ivory, not Big Lex. Big Lex looks unscathed, okay? Still cute, right? Face tea. And then Ivory's just going off. She's upset. And like, you can tell like her eye is fucked up.
Yeah.
So she's talking shit, talking about it was already black. It was already black. But like, who blacked it? Big Lex.
Who blacked it? I'm weak.
Who blacked it? Who blacked your eye? Who gave you the black eye, bitch?
Yeah, no, for sure. And like, I don't know, even the whole thing about just the name switching, it really looked like it bothered her so much that she wanted to cry for real.
Yeah, I know. Didn't you say that?
I did say that, right?
Say that, right? Because she was doing the most, like...
Yeah, like she looked like she wanted to cry. I'm like, damn, Lex really bothers you that much. I would fucking bother her too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I was Lex, like, I feel like that was the right move. I feel like Lex be doing like... She does the right thing every single time.
I feel like she does do the right thing. And she says what everyone honestly is thinking. And I fuck with her for that. But I just think it's so funny that Ivory is just going off now. Like now she's going off talking about how she needs space. She need to fight in the living room. And she need all this shit. So now obviously they prepare for the next few set of rounds. So they have these bitches in the fucking living room where there's space, right? No security, right? Yeah. Fucking, they go one fucking round. Why the fuck did and I missed this the first time, but I had to go back and rewatch. Anna yells in the background, fuck that bitch up, Ivory.
Yeah. Yeah, she don't like Lex. And she been not like Lex. And Lex has respected Anna, hopefully until the reunion, because I think she's going to come for her at the reunion. But yeah, Anna makes it very obvious that she don't fuck with Big Lex.
I just feel like, I guess looking at how Anna really, I can't. I feel like the way she inserted herself really pissed me off, but you guys know how I feel about Anna. But Anna likes to say that thing, well, you inserted yourself in Jayla's situation, so now I'm gonna be petty. I'm gonna insert myself in your shit. But it's like, girl, Ivory really started with Big Lex.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think that, and it was such an outrageous start too. Like it wasn't like
she was literally minding her business in the bus, and that's what the problem was.
Yes,
that was the problem.
That was the problem because she wasn't saying nothing. She was not loud enough, and like I feel like Big Ivory was just on 10, so she just started going after everybody. That she just felt like, well, if you're not sucking my dick, I'm just gonna go after you, and that's literally how it started. And it was just so unnecessary. Like it wasn't even like y'all had any type of little beef. It was just uncalled for.
I'm not gonna lie, I saw this video online that was like Ivory and Big Lex AI version, and then they start making out, and I'm like, yo, that's really what Ivory.
Oh my god, right? Because I know that's what we said. That's what we said. Because it's really giving like little boy that has a crush on a girl for real. Sure. Like Ivory acts like that, which is exactly what we said the last episode. Like you acting like you want to eat her pussy so bad. No, like I don't get it, but. It's so funny because when they're in the living room sprawled out, barely any security is jumping in this fight, And I noticed that. I was like, y'all really let these bitches fight for real.
It was a good fight.
It was such a good fight. I mean, if you click the link in the description, we will have our live stream there. Obviously, my reaction was out of this world because I was just hyped.
It's crazy because there was like mixed feelings of who won those fights. Like a lot of people surprisingly online were saying Ivory won. Meanwhile, with my two eyes, all I saw was Big Lex pretty much holding it down.
Yeah, I feel like Big Lex definitely ate. She had that. I mean, she was giving them face shots. It was lethal. It was pretty wild. I mean, and that's why Ivory tried to sneak her.
Exactly. And she kept wanting another round and another round. Only people who lose want more rounds.
Right. Exactly. And I just think it's very interesting coming into the recent episode, obviously, which we won't cover right now, but she mentions that she don't want to fight. She's done fighting. But it's like, you just said you would go round for round, but now all of a sudden you're done fighting. Weird. But yeah, so these girls fight and it's crazy. And then you can see that Ivory's trying to use her fucking big weight. So they go towards the couch. She
like bulldozed
her. The couch falls over. Tink, Emma, and Natalie fall with the couch. I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on? That shit was crazy. I feel like this episode out of the entire season has to be the craziest episode so far.
Okay.
No, this is the craziest episode so far.
Okay. Yeah.
Because you have fucking Ivory and Big Lex. Then you got Emma, Tink, Natalie falling over. Then you got Pretty P, Diamond fighting after.
Oh,
then you got
That's right. Diamond runs off the scene.
To get her fucking mouth guard.
Yeah, and I'm like, why the fuck she running out? Then she come back with no wig and her mouth guard.
Pretty P got up so quick. I never seen somebody get up so quick
to
fight.
She was hyped.
Bro, jacket came off fast. Yo, the tongue came out. When you saw the tongue come out, you knew it was like she's hyped to fight.
I ain't gonna lie, Pretty P growing on me, man. She funny, bro.
Yo, she took off that jacket with the fucking quickness, ready to fight, bro.
I love her fighting ethics. I really do. I love it. It's
her
funny.
Fight etiquette.
Yeah, it's so funny. It really is. It's cute. It's cute.
It is. It is. Like she really waited for that fight.
Yeah, she was
really
hyped.
Did. She was hyped. She was like, I waited so long for this. Yes. But I just think it's so funny is that before we even see DTB and Pretty B go at it, obviously Ivory and Big Lex, everything is broken up, but then Anna starts arguing with Big Lex.
Yeah.
And, they're going back and forth. And one of the things that Anna said, which really kind of pissed me off, is she said, you should have never started with her.
Yeah, Anna just talks a lot of shit because she wasn't there at the end of the day. So, like, in her eyes, I can see why she says that you should have never started with her. But in reality, that she doesn't know what the fuck is going on because you were not there during that bus ride. You were only there after when they were all, like, at the house already. But she don't know shit. She's just talking out her ass, bro.
Right.
That's why I don't take her seriously.
But what pisses me off is that at some point she says that. She says, that's not my problem that you fought her. I don't have beef with y'all hoes. So I'm like, okay, if you know that, why the fuck are you talking?
Because she wants to feel like Anna just talks. Anna just talks and she be talking. That's why I feel like Big Lex didn't take her seriously and she just be dismissing her every single time Anna talks. Literally, Big Lex dismisses the shit out of her because she's like, it just almost feels like Big Lex looks at her like, little girl, I could fuck you up. Shut up.
That's what she said. She's like, you're too little to be even talking.
Right.
And then Anna's like, I don't care if I'm little, my mouth big, I don't care. But it's like, okay, like, it's just too much.
Yeah, I think
it's just way too much.
Big Lex treats Anna like we do, like when we did with Spike or Chihuahua. Like, he's annoying.
Oh my God, he's fucking Chihuahua.
Be nice.
No, the Chihuahua in the fucking episode.
Oh, yeah.
When Pretty P and DTP started cracking, they started fighting. The dog started barking in the back.
He wanted to join, bro.
Bro, he ran off the couch, ran up to the fight, and started barking. I was like, this is why I can't fuck with you, Chihuahuas. Because why is Scotty's dog sitting cute and pretty,
right,
minding their business, and then this damn Chihuahua want to be extra, talk about like, why are you being extra?
Just like Anna, like,
and it's Anna's dog.
They say the dog really looks like the owner.
It's Anna's dog. I mean, that's Anna. Anna's a Chihuahua. Like, what? What are the fucking odds that this bitch would actually get a Chihuahua and she act like one?
No, bro. And you know what, though? That really bothered me. I'm sorry. I don't care. Y'all gonna keep hearing me say it. Y'all, I can't stand. First of all, there's one thing with having Scotty's dog there. She clearly knows the vibes. The dog is calm. But this Chihuahua could seriously get hurt.
Yeah.
Him running up like that.
Yeah, running into the fight.
Yo, God forbid
while these bitches are fighting.
What if somebody fucking fell on that dog? It's not funny. Tiana, it's not funny. Stop.
Why would you say that? Why would you say
Why
that?
Why are you laughing so hard? You crying. Why are you crying? It's not
Why
funny.
would you say that to me? Out of all people, knowing I'll be laughing at the craziest shit. You should have never said that,
Nah,
bro.
yo, that shit bothered me. I'm like, bro, protect the dog, man. Like, why is your dog even here? Like, they think it's cute to have Capri in here. That's one thing. But now you got a Chihuahua. What is this fucking Family Matters? You're gonna have all types of dogs and cats here next?
Bro, they trying to have Baddies Zoo, bitch.
Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck they
y'all
trying to
bringing
do.
your dogs to fucking Baddies Africa next? Like, what the fuck is going on, bro? Like,
I know Scotty's bringing her dog.
No, she's not.
She's bringing her dog. She brought her dog to the Caribbean.
Yeah, it's different when you go across country to Africa. You're gonna need shots to go down to Africa.
I don't know how that works because if you brought your dog to DR and Puerto Rico and Jamaica,
I'm curious to know if anybody knows the international laws because I'm pretty sure that after a certain point there are rules. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is the dogs don't need to be there.
Well, anywho, moving on. I just think it's funny that mid fucking argument with Anna Mac and Ivory, fucking Anna goes, "You're scary." So that's when Big Lex was like, "Bitch, you're scary." Like, and then Anna's like, "Shut up," and she's like, Big Lex is like, "Shut me up."
Yeah, I love that.
Shut me up.
When Big Lex said, "Make me," I love
that. Yeah, because you won't.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you won't.
Exactly.
But of course, Anna's telling her to shut her up because she knows she knows that if anyone tries to hit her, Tasiki, the big bad wolf, is going to step in for her.
Exactly.
But it's like annoying because why don't you fight your own fucking battles? Like, at the end of the day, I get it. Who are we to talk, right? You wear your fucking Balenciaga, you got your little money, you got your little condo, whatever the fuck you got, right? You're coming back to the next season, right? Who are we to talk? But still, bitch, my opinion is my opinion, and bitch, you need to start fighting your own battles. You talk too much, like way too much. And I feel like I'm always on repeat like a fucking broken record. And I'm not trying to do that. So you get the point.
I'm on Big Lex's energy now when it comes to Anna.
For sure. Just don't even like pay any mind at this point.
Right.
But
she's
one
just
thing
there.
that she said was like, oh, well, why don't you say anything to Rollie? Which I was so shocked. She was like, but did you tell Rollie to shut up? Rollie didn't say anything to Big Lex last time I checked. And also, all you OGs are moving like y'all hella scared of Ivory. Big Lex is fighting Ivory.
Yeah, that's very true.
You really think Big Lex is going to be scared of Rollie?
Yeah, no. I think Big Lex will fight anybody.
Right. Well, I don't get it.
Except Natalie, not.
All right. So after this, Pretty P and DTB, they end up going another round, which was crazy. Fucking DTB really got her for sure in this round.
Y'all, I meant to say Pretty P. I'm tired. Back to the show.
Like, she really decided she was going, like, no. Like, wig was off already, and she was like, you're not doing that shit no more. So she got that. That was a crazy round. Then all of a sudden, this is when Ivory tries to sneak Big Lex again. But then they end up fighting again because fucking Ivory wants to fight again after all that shit. And bro, obviously this is really where like we see Big Lex really handing her these serious face shots, right? And it's so funny because you could tell Ivory knew because she took a second like, yeah, you got that, but then continued the fight. So I just find it very funny. But I also peeped Tasiki in the back, smiling, hyped watching them fight.
Yeah.
Hyped watching them fight. That shit had me weak.
Because she knows she's a fighter, so she know a good fight when she see one.
For real. Yeah. She was really like, it ain't me. I'm entertained. Because usually she just be bored because these bitches can't fight. But like now you watching a good fight. Like it was so funny to see everything. I feel like that whole scene was just outrageous. Like even the bitches falling over with the couch. Like what is going on? The dog, the chihuahua running up and barking. Then Anna, her confessional talking about, I should have never brought him here. Da 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 da.
Yeah, you shouldn't have.
Right. This is where Natalie decides it's done, guys. It's done. And she says that she wants to hand out a Baddies chain.
Oh, yeah.
She's talking about she got gifts for the girls and whatever. She just wants to hand out the Baddies chain. So she says that because Scotty's the sweet girl, the girl's girl, she's going to have Scotty hand out the chain. Right. And this is where we see Scotty hand the chain out to Jazz and Lex.
Right. She has them both come up or whatever. And then Jazz is like, what did she say? She was like, oh, I think if anybody deserves a chain, it should be Pretty P.
Yeah. She decided to give up her chain because she says she's a quote-unquote girl's girl.
So I'm curious to know what you think about that. Like, I know there was mixed feelings, right? Like one person, like Scotty, said, oh, I like a girl's girl. Then you have most of the girls who think like, yeah, fuck that. Like, it goes to show you don't value the chain. Why would you give up your chain? What do you think?
I feel like I'm on both sides. I understand the people that say, bitch, why would you do that? It was given to you. But then at the same time, I do understand Jazz because she not pressed for no fucking chain. And I feel like that's the big thing.
That's true.
Like, yes, it's an honor. Yes, I love it. Yes, I'm like now initiated into the Baddies. But at the end of the day, it's not real. And like, you know, it's just a thing to have these bitches fight over just for content. And I feel like she understands that.
And you know, I thought it was interesting because in the confessionals herself, she literally said she wanted to stir shit up. And that's why she said what she said.
She said, yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Huh?
Right. Which is, again, it goes to show you, you know, she's thinking about these things. She's strategic and she does have chains. So like, again, it's not like fucking Summer who's desperate for a fucking chain, who's acts like a fucking meatball and fucking runs after her.
Yeah, honestly though, props to Summer for snatching her chain.
What?
I don't care.
No.
I don't care. I know everybody is listen to me. Listen. This is probably the producer and me talking. But I know everyone's gonna probably be like, Summer's a fake hating ass bitch. At least she took action, unlike Meatball. Meatball decided to hate and just sit there. And I even said, Meatball, why don't you just snatch the chain? That would have been content. But the bitch didn't do shit. She just was hating. At least Summer hating. And you know she really hating. And she tell you she hating. hating. And she gonna snatch your chain because she hating. Props to fucking Summer. Snatch the chain as she should. Give us a storyline. Give us some fucking content. And honestly, I will say, give it up to Natalie for switching the names because she gave us the best fucking episode ever. I'm not even gonna hold you. Not even gonna hold you. Yeah, it was messy. It was so messy. But episode 11 was the best episode ever on the entire show. Like,
wow.
You had back to back shit happening. If I was writing a story, I'd probably do the same thing.
Well, okay. Well, I thought it was interesting that Scotty thought that, she liked the whole girls girl thing when she's not really a girls girl herself. Like, she likes to pretend she is, but you can't be a girls girl while also being the side hoe of a man and, sharing it, the whole Janisha thing. So I just feel like you're not really a girl's girl. I think you may want to be by heart, but like you're not really because you was doing that whole thing with Janisha and Anna and all that, all the bullshit, sharing Lemmy. So I just thought it was interesting that was what gave Jazz, because I know I was a little surprised that she gave it to Jazz, even though Big Lex really has done a lot more.
I honestly do feel like Jazz didn't deserve it. And I feel like Jazz don't really care. Like, I mean, yeah, I'm sure she's thankful, but I feel like she didn't really care to receive the chain. But I also feel like Jazz may know deep down that she didn't deserve it either. Like, I feel like you know Lex deserved that shit. And as much as you hate Summer definitely deserved a chain after all the shit that she's been through on that show. And she was really giving us the content we needed. Like, Jazz wasn't giving us the content we needed. It was Summer.
And Lex felt some type of way about not being the girl's girl like she chose. Because it's like, okay, you want to be a girl's girl, but I was standing right next to you. So
because she was supposed to already get the chain. It was supposed to originally go to Lex and Jazz. So why would Jazz choose Lex if in her mind, she's thinking she's only giving up her chain, but the other chain is still going to go to Big Lex.
What chain? There was only one chain.
No, she said she was going to give it to both of them, no?
No, it was between both of them. One of the two. It was between one of the two. And that's why Lex felt some type of way later on in the episode, was like, and said what she said. There's no 2 chains.
I thought they gave out 2 chains. I got 2 chains.
What song you singing, bitch? You don't even know what the fuck you just made.
Yeah, I got 2 phones. I got 2 chains. Bitch, I got 2 phones.
No, I know that song, but it didn't go well with the chains.
But it doesn't matter.
You lost me with the chains.
Anyway. I got 2 chains.
Nah. That shit don't even sound good. What the fuck?
All right,
anyway.
whatever.
But yeah, I don't know. I think Jazz not wanting to take the chain, I thought it was a little like, bitch, then maybe you don't deserve it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you were willing to give it up that quickly, then...
Like, they were going to send you home.
Maybe, yeah, exactly. But, hey, she caught them off guard when she said what she said. So I can't even say, like, she did what she did. She don't have to do too much. And I think that I kind of like Jazz for that reason. Like,
I feel like the girls like Jazz because of that, because everything about her really gives Baddie.
Right.
Like the girls that would hang out with them.
Exactly.
Like, she's a rapper. She makes her own money. She like a DTV, like when she came in. Like, I feel like that's kind of Jazz.
Except Jazz doesn't clout chase. Like, she don't do the most.
Exactly.
Like,
she doesn't do that.
And obviously she only and a lot of people argue that she only has a storyline because of Summer.
It's true.
But, I mean, we could say the same thing about Tasiki, right? Last season, she didn't really have a storyline until DTB fucking stirred shit up with her at the end. So it's like...
yeah, that's true, too.
Exactly. So it's like, that doesn't...
She was looking for someone to fight at the reunion. She literally posted, I need someone to fight at the reunion. Like...
Exactly.
At the end of the day, it's work. She needs to get paid, and yeah, so.
But yeah, so then fucking Summer runs after Jazz and really sneaks it. You may think you like it. I thought it was pretty slimy, I think, but it's like so in character of Summer. And one thing I can say is that Summer don't lie about who she is.
Right.
She is a little rat sometimes, and she
Alley rat for sure.
She remind me of like Sexy Red, but like the Z version, you know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
God.
So, but she's funny, and I thought it was very in character of her to snatch the chain. But she's definitely giving hater, which is the truth. Like,
I mean, she's telling you that, unlike Meatball that's trying to lie about it. Like, If she hate her, she hate her. Like, at least I feel like with Summer, she really stands on everything that she says.
Yeah,
and how
100%.
she acts. Like, you know she an alley cat. Like, you know she
never
coming from nothing.
Yeah.
Like, you know she wants this. You know, on my mama, they gave the wrong bitch money. Like, she says this. Like, you know where she's coming from. So don't be shocked that she actually snatched that shit. I'm glad she snatched that shit, honestly. For content purposes. I mean. Is that like problematic for me to say?
No, it's a show at the end of the day, right? It's entertainment. You're entitled to your opinion.
Yeah. So, yeah, Anna actually tried to jump in when fucking Summer started fighting Jazz, and they start fighting, and she really actually took the chain. Like, she took the chain off.
Yeah.
So now Jazz was only left with the pendant. Yeah. And so it's so funny, though, because Jazz came with her Cuban link chain, and she was able to put the pendant around that shit. And I was like, you see, Jazz don't need the chain.
That's what I'm saying. I like Jazz. I like
her too, but I thought it was funny. I like both of them. I like her and Summer.
I do. I like their duo, their fighting. I like when they fight, bro, because
it's just so funny.
Jazz really gets bothered by Summer and gets annoyed because Summer's actually very immature and annoying.
Right.
And then Jazz is not. So it's funny because I would be Jazz, you know what I mean? So bothered by this immature ass girl trying to bother me every single time. Mm-hmm. But it's funny. Yeah, I like their dynamic. It's actually kind of funny.
Yeah. So obviously after this, Jazz and Tasiki and all the other girls, they're in one room. Biggie comes in to congratulate Jazz.
Fake ass hoe.
Fake ass bitch, yo.
Stop it. That's your girl. Stop it.
That could be my girl, and I can still say she a fake ass bitch. What the fuck?
She was the same person.
Talking about you a great performer. Keep doing your thing. Girl.
After putting her up to get eliminated. The only one that wanted her to be eliminated, by the way.
And then talking about, oh, you're not by me, though. You're not by me. You don't be. Biggie. I like you, but let's call a spade, bitch. Like, I don't know.
Where all the Biggie fans at? How y'all seeing how your girl moving this season, huh?
I'm still a fan. I still fuck with her. That doesn't take away from nothing, okay? That doesn't take away from nothing. But I'm going to still call it out when I see it, and that's that. I'm never going to say, oh my God, I hate Biggie now. What the fuck? How could you hate Biggie?
It's not that I hate Biggie. It's just that I'm so disappointed that she's allowed this American culture to really consume her and change her personality. The same person that was bitching about these mean girls, being mean to her. Now she's one of them. And it's just sad to see, what money does to people and how she was the same one to I just had hope, especially as a Latina. Like, she represents Latina culture and, I don't know. Just disappointing. That's all. But hey, what can you say? Money changed people.
Yeah, it's unfortunate to see that Biggie, I guess, did let money get to her head a little bit and let it change her, because the way she's been acting this entire season has been completely off. I'm not a fan of it, and I don't give a fuck. I could be a fan of her and just not be a fan of her behavior, and I'm calling it out. I'm not going to be like you fake assholes talking about, I hate Biggie now. No, I'm not switching sides, bitch. Anywho, so moving on, it's so funny because as they're having that encounter in the room, Anna comes in and she says that she does feel that Big Lex deserves that chain. So it's just so interesting. Like, even though she talked her shit and argued with fucking Big Lex, at least she can admit that Big Lex did deserve the chain and she did her big win. Well, that's that.
DTB felt the same way, which is why she went to go check on Lex because, she feels that Lex was robbed from her chain and she's definitely one person that understands that feeling.
Right. 100%. Because that's happened to her before too. So, I mean, she understands and she spoke to her from experience. And I really appreciated that. I really appreciate that.
Yeah,
and
it was
so
cute.
funny because Summer was really hyping it up. Like, yeah, for real. Like, you should have just gave it to Big Lex. And it's true. It's true. Who knows why she didn't. But then after that, of course, Tink is in Ivory's room. Ivory's going off. And then Tink talk about, we still gonna turn up tonight, bitch. And giving her these ugly ass glasses. Like, I don't even know. But she was giving her these ugly ass glasses. And they ended up, getting ready to go out to the club. And I mean, it was fine. it was nothing crazy. Then we kind of like go into the next scene where Natalie is sitting with Scotty and Rollie. And they're just recapping the whole thing and recapping everything. And first of all, I want to add, I forgot something. While that whole shebang and that whole crazy situation was going on with the Baddies chain, Ivory made it known that she was going to fight anybody who gave Big Lex a chain. And I was like, that's crazy. I'm wondering if that's why these OGs was on their fucking toes and gave Jazz the chain and not Big Lex. They was scared to get bopped by Ivory?
You think they're that scared of Ivory? You really think they're that scared of Ivory?
I don't know. They move like it. They move a little. They do move like that. Because you know for a fact if it was Big Gretch.
Right.
Or if it was someone that
they do that shit on purpose.
Can't fight.
Yeah.
They would kind of bully them because it's easy to bully those people. Mm-hmm. So, but because it's not, they're like on mute around her.
Yeah, it is quite interesting. They kind of like really be on her side.
Yeah, like they walk on eggshells around her, even though they don't even agree with her. Right. Or they probably don't even like her.
It feels like they talk shit on the low on the side.
For sure. Mm-hmm. Like they def talk shit, but they will never say it to her face type shit. It's like weird. Anywho, so, Natalie, they're recapping the whole thing. But then, of course, Natalie's like, what are we going to do about Slim? All right. And Rollie takes it upon herself to say the only way Slim could come back is to be her assistant. And that was a shock to me. Yeah. Because I was just like, damn, like, what the fuck? Scotty obviously didn't agree with it because she was like, if you don't like the bitch, why would you make her your assistant?
That petty. Rollie's a petty bitch. Like, and not for nothing, you want to talk about content. It is good content. Like
it is.
It is. It makes great content. Like
it is.
When have you
That's
ever...
why Natalie was like, yeah. With her evil ass laugh. That's exactly why she said, that shit was elongated, bitch. Like this bitch said, I can't even. She can't even stretch that far, bitch. That shit grew 2 inches when she said, ooh. Yeah, no. Like Nanny McPhee, bitch. Like Nanny McPhee. She looked like Nanny McPhee when she was like, ooh. Like, I'm not going to lie. If you're thinking, I guess, only from a producer and content perspective, oh, yeah, it's a great idea. Wow. Yeah. Why didn't I think of that, right?
Yeah,
and I feel like Natalie gave that vibe.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Like, why didn't I think of that? That was great, Rollie. Love that. That was the energy I felt from Natalie. I was like, wow, this is so crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
But part of me feels like Rollie really didn't expect Slim to take it because she just didn't want her to be on the show.
Right. She just tried to make this crazy, obnoxious scenario that she's like, there's no way she's going to take it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which is what she says in the recent episode. Like, she didn't even expect her to say yes to the shit.
Yeah.
But here we are. So then Natalie, goes on to say that, hey, we're going to have a Taco Baddie Tuesday and all that shit. Taco Baddie Tuesday. So the girls, they get ready, they head out, but Rollie and Slim, they have to have their little encounter first.
Yeah.
And it was so awkward. First of all, whoever did Slim's makeup, man, really needs to be arrested. Why does her skin look oily? Why does she look like someone put white paint all over her face and left it?
Yeah, very cakey.
Cakey, like just pasty, cakey. Like there was no type of matte powder, no nothing. Like it looked like it was just your eyebrows was done too strong and it was just fully black. Didn't even look at your natural root hair color. Sentenced to life in prison for that makeup. But clearly Rollie's over it. This whole conversation really went nowhere. Rollie tells her, you're going to come back as my assistant. Slim is like, she was shocked. She was like, excuse me? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But the bitch actually agreed to it.
Yeah. Yeah, she did.
She agreed to it.
It's kind of degrading.
It's very degrading. It's like, how could you do that to yourself? Like, I don't know. I was shocked. I was just like, wow. Like, she really agreed to that. Like, I thought this was where Slim's chapter was going to end. But no, like, she's really that desperate for a check. really that desperate for money that she said that she's gonna come back as her assistant. She's really that broke that she's gonna come back as an assistant. But no, that's what it has to be. That's what it has to be. Because when you're desperate for $1, it has to be it. What else is it?
I don't know. I think I don't know. Because I feel like, I think it's a little bit more than just broke, in my opinion.
You think so?
Yeah, I feel like when I look at Slim, you ready for this? I feel like when I look at Slim, I see somebody who's lost in life and only knows baddies. And I feel like, she got a taste of it on Baddie South and maybe realized that she fucked up. Like, she didn't do things the right way. She sees how far Rollie has gone and maybe looks up to Rollie, and which is why you see her begging to be on, which is why even in the current episode, you see her just kind of dressed like she's a part of the Baddies franchise when she's supposed to be the assistant. And, we'll get into that when we deep dive into that episode. But what I'm saying is this, like, it just seems like, yeah, definitely desperate for money. Not saying she's not. Definitely needs the money. But I also feel like she needs purpose, because what else does she really have going for her, right? Like, if you had something else, you would pursue that. But you don't. So it's like, maybe this is what she knows. This is all she knows. So it's like, yeah, of course she's going to try to chase it and degrade herself to do so, because maybe she don't even know where else to go. I feel like the same thing with happened with E.T. Like, they just seem lost. Like, they don't know in which direction to go to next.
I mean, that's what Rollie was saying on this recent episode, that she don't know nothing else. That's all she knows. That's all she knows what to do and how to do, and that's it. But I don't know. I guess I'm just not like as empathetic. Like,
you see all these girls, for example, DJ Sky, Hi, my name's T. You don't see E.T. anymore, but let's just use those two examples. Hi, my name's T actually didn't want to go back, so maybe she's not a good example. But DJ Sky, for example, wanted to come back to Baddies. Been wanting to come back, and I'm pretty sure if they ever offered her another opportunity, she will.
Right.
But she's not doing nothing crazy where coming back as an assistant. She'll only come back as a DJ or as a cast member.
Right.
Why? Because she has a purpose in life, and she's a DJ, and there's more than just Baddies, but she would like it because obviously it's a big franchise and would love the exposure. But at the end of the day, outside of Baddies, she's still the DJ.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like, again, outside of Baddies, what is Slim?
That's true.
What does she really got going for her?
Nothing. She's nothing without it. But that's sad. But at the same time, that's not my problem. That's your problem, and you need to figure it the fuck out. But the fact that you really came crawling back to Rollie on all fours like a real dog. Like, you really decided, I'm going to be your assistant and be your dog, be your bitch. Like, you're okay with that. I guess I can't relate. And I'm going to just keep it that way. I can't relate, so everything I'm going to say is going to be from a biased perspective because I can't relate and I'm ignorant to people like that. So I'm not really going to...
Well, I can't relate either. Like, I can't.
Yeah, but I guess you have more of a heart in that sense. Whereas me, like, I have a heart, but it only goes so far. When you're the one making yourself you continuously look stupid. Like, it only goes so far to have as much sympathy for people. I feel like the sympathy fucks that I used to have are long gone because people will literally use the shit out of those sympathy fucks just to fuck with you.
Well, that's interesting because you're the same person that says that, the hater that snatched your chain is cool for content, which to me, Slim accepting the assistant program is a great content.
100%.
That's what I'm saying. So you over here talking this, but it's like, but you over here also like loving the hater that snatched the chain
because she stood up for her shit. she stood up for it.
Right.
Slim is like
she's the sad version of
exactly. Like, yeah, even though it's still content, which is great. She's just not standing up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
She never did.
But I guess for me and my personality and I guess my biased ignorance, right? That's just how I am. Like, I feel like I'm a very strong personality. So I just wouldn't even put myself in that situation or position, but seeing, and because it's like Slim doesn't have to do this. Like, she doesn't have to do this.
No, she doesn't.
And yeah. Fucking Summer didn't have to snatch Jazz's chain, right? But Summer stood on who she is as a person. And I feel like Slim is not standing on who she is as a person.
Or is she?
Or maybe, yeah, you're right. Maybe that's just who she is. And that's how she knows how to stand on stuff.
And this is what I was talking about behind the scenes with you. And I'm like, yo, with the fact that even Slim, it was friends outside of Baddies, was friends with Rollie, I feel like being friends with Rollie, in order to be friends, actual real life friends. I'm not talking about coworkers the way Natalie and Rollie are. I'm talking about in real life, behind the scenes friends. You have to be one of those people that don't have a backbone, who really don't, they're just, you could see the similarities between her and E.T. They just don't have really much going for them, because I feel like those are the type of people that will be okay with Rollie and how she is as a person.
You think E.T. would be okay with being Rollie's assistant?
Yeah, I would, actually. She was basically her lapdog.
She was.
Rollie said to go fucking throw water balloons. She went to go throw water balloons. She was basically, without the title, an assistant. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but she would not let Rollie talk to her crazy. She would actually stand up for herself.
Yeah, but Slim definitely fought her. It's not like she didn't. She just, E.T. could fight and Slim can't. That's the only difference. Like, you know, that's literally the only difference. At the end of the day, they both have no real personality to them. They both are soft spoken in a way, because E.T., yes, she fights, but she don't really like. She don't have an opinion. Like, she's a follower. And so is Slim. And that's what I'm saying. In order to be friends with Rollie and to be friends with someone as ignorant as Rollie, you have to be that way. So again, maybe Slim is standing up for who she is, because that's really who she is. And some people are not leaders. Some people are really followers. And that's just maybe.
And that's okay. Right? That's okay. That's fine. You don't always have to be a leader. If you're a follower, that's fine. If you're weak, that's fine.
Right.
That's why you need someone strong, because you're weak. So, all right. Well, touche. You know, this is why we're here, to have these discussions, regardless if you agree or disagree with my opinion or not. Like, definitely comment what you think below, because I know a lot of the times y'all are not going to agree with me, but that's okay. Anywho, the girls get ready to go out, right? And they're on the bus. Everybody's ready. And this is where Ivory decides to confront the whole name swap situation. And she's just going off, talking about, I want to know who put name tags. Who switched name tags on? I want to know who did it. I want to know who did it. Natalie is saying we all did. First of all, I felt the fear.
Yeah.
I felt the fear through the screen, radiating off of Natalie.
For sure.
Yeah, even though you are EP, even though you are still in charge and you're the boss, that doesn't mean that you don't have no fear of, like, maybe getting your face beat in, or, you know, of physical harm done to you, right?
She's traumatized from ET.
Yo, like for real. So, like, I literally felt it and heard it in her voice. She was just like, we all did. Like, but she was trying to keep it together, right? And it is just kind of wild, because Scotty talking about, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. And I was just like, yo, it's so crazy how all these bitches was like, I didn't do it. And Natalie's just like, we all did it. And, like, you know, then Ivory keeps going. But then Natalie decides to say, fine, I'll take responsibility, as if she wasn't the one that did it. Right.
Pussy ass hoe.
She really did that. Talking about, I'll take accountability. Like, girl, okay. So she said she did it. And then, you know, Ivory did not believe her.
I don't know why.
That, like I said, I'm pretty sure off camera they was hanging out. They was close. And she really thought that she was, like, cool with Natalie. She thought she was safe. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, these girls look at Natalie because she's the executive producer. She has the control. So, of course, they are going to not, you know, fight her or give her the consequences. They saw what happened to E.T., so end of discussion. So then, you know, after that, they're still on the bus, but DTV decides to apologize to Akbar, which was, like, so random. But they make up. And then Ivory continues going off about the situation, yelling. And then Big Lex gets tired of it at this point. She's, like, telling her to shut up. So they're just, like, going back and forth. And, like, Big Lex is not really, like, a person that yells or, like, goes back and forth too much. So she's just saying shut up. Like, it's like, this is too much. Ivory throws her drink and tells her to shut up. So it is just a fucking disaster. And of course, Big Lex lets it slide because they are going out. So the girls go out, they have a good time, you know, they turn up. But then after that, when they leave, someone karate kicks DTB outside the club. And turns out it was Pretty P's sister. So that was just a crazy
That
end.
should look crazy. That should look like a big kick, too.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be tight, bro. Yo, let's talk about that for a second.
That was really bad. She flew, bro. She stumbled. I was like, damn.
Karate kicking is crazy. Like, just imagine.
Yeah, that was really bad.
That's fucked up.
That was fucked up, for real. Because, like, you just coming out the club, you don't know. And, like, it contributed to her anxiety that you saw in the recent episode, which I understand. You don't know who's a fan. You don't know who's an enemy, especially out here in these streets. All these bitches got ops everywhere. You don't know what's what. Mm-hmm. So, and people will follow that bus no matter what. So, you know, I just think it's pretty wild. I mean, that was fucked up. But that's pretty much where the episode ends. And then that takes us into the next episode.
Yeah, so Nat talks about how they're going to go to Wild 'N Out. Mm-hmm. She's talking about how they're going to go to Nick Cannon. And this is with Scotty, Natalie, Rollie, and Jayla.
Right.
They're all recapping about...
the Ivory and Big Lex situation.
Right, exactly. That happened on the bus. And also Rollie's telling them about how Slim accepted to be her pet. So that's just like a quick recap, right? And then you go to another recap. Emma's talking mad shit, how like she don't feel good, how she gonna take a shit. I thought this scene was so weird.
She had diarrhea. Like she was just talking about her diarrhea.
Yeah, it was so weird.
I was like, is that the only way you can be cool and not boring to us, Emma? Talk about your diarrhea?
Yeah, it was
like,
so random.
It was like so. I mean, it was kind of funny, but
kind of like gross.
It was like. I mean,
it's
like,
what
you know, it is. You're human.
No, I know. It for sure. I'm not saying that girls can't fart and take shits. What I'm saying is it gave like Ice Spice when she talks about poop.
Think you the shit, bitch. You're not even a fuck.
But like, you know how like all her songs have like poop references?
I'm as poopy.
Yeah.
Call me as poopy.
Like that's what it gave. It gave Ice Spice got nothing better to say but to talk about her shit.
Yo, that's a great...
You know what I mean?
Representation though, because I feel like it's given that.
That and boring. Pretty face. That's it.
Yeah, like and that's it. Like, nothing really else to you. Like, but I do want to touch on like Jayla when they were having that when they were recapping. Jayla did mention that Ivory was gonna slap or fight anybody that did it. They didn't like that. They were talking about that. You know, Rollie was also talking about how she didn't like that Jazz gave her chain away. Yeah. I think Rollie was really pissed about that shit.
Yeah.
Rollie's like, bitch, I'm not a girl's girl. I don't give a fuck.
Right. Speaking of Jazz, as Emma, Lex, and Pretty P are talking, Jazz does walk in. And then that's when Lex does confront Jazz about how she didn't like how she did that whole thing with the chain.
Right. 100%. Yeah. She was like, then if that's the case, like, you know, you could have given it to me, but you didn't. And I mean, I don't really think Jez had anything to say to that.
She said, I sleep in a California king size bed.
Oh, she did say
that. The chain don't matter. When she said California king, I was like, ooh, respect.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, I feel like this is why the girls like Jazz, because like she's coming from something, you know, and like they are too, and they are baddies, and she's really, you know, just, I don't know, a baddie, I guess, in their eyes. So what they would define as a baddie.
And so then we get to the other scene when Ivory, Tink, and DTB, they're chatting about the whole switching the name again because Ivory can't let it fucking go.
Yo.
And, you know, DTB's like kind of just agreeing with Ivory that she'd be mad too.
Yeah. But then Tink was like, what if Natalie really did it?
Yeah.
What if Natalie really did it, though?
Knowing damn well she did it.
Right. And then DTB was like, but what if she did, though?
Yeah.
Like,
Ivory's like,
no, she didn't do it. She didn't do it. Like, and DTB's just like, all right, but what if though?
Right.
Like, I mean, why are you so quick to just pass off Natalie? Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna attack Natalie? Like,
right. So funny. So then that's it. And then the OGs, they get on the bus to go to the Wild 'N Out show. This was a cute little episode.
It was a cute little episode. I mean, you know, I thought it was cool that they were going to Wild 'N Out. I was like, finally, y'all doing something different. This is type cute, I guess.
Yeah, you know, while we were watching that part, there was something that you said which is interesting, and we keep saying it, but. You know, the girls, the new girls on this season are very spoiled.
Yo, because wilding out on your first season. Like these bitches really had to struggle in the trenches. They never got no
on
damn
bunk beds.
Right.
On four.
Right. Like they didn't get no Nick Cannon wilding out.
Yeah. And it's interesting because, you know, like it's just cool. It's cool to see it because they were talking about how it's just like a full circle moment. A lot of the girls were saying how they used to watch Nick Cannon. And I can imagine, like, you know, it's true. And I don't remember who said this, but I think it was Natalie or somebody. One of the baddies said it, how the baddies don't get taken seriously. So the fact that they're on Wildin' Out and they're on a big stage, it's pretty big.
Right.
You know, it's pretty big. So yeah, so then we get to the scene where they finally get to the I guess wherever the show is at. Lemmy gives him a little. This is the first time Lemmy don't got his fucking face blurred.
Yo, that's true. He didn't have his face blurred, and I was just like, I don't know why he does that. Like, you act like we don't know it's you, bro. Like, we know it's you.
Yeah, so he just tells them that they're gonna go on stage, they're gonna practice before the show, like, you know, do the hearing, the sound testing, whatever, and then there's gonna be a surprise at the end, which we end up finding out that it's the baddie CEO chain.
Natalie got her baddie CEO chain. But it was just so interesting because when I was on Instagram, I was on TikTok and I saw someone that was at the Wildin' Out show and was like, oh, POV, when you came for Wildin' Out, but you got the baddies. Shorty was showing everyone's face in the crowd and they were just either disgusted or were not paying attention. Yeah, I posted it on the Petty Headquarters story. Like, people were like over it. And then you see, like, you know, her front vision of them on stage. You know, Jaden's performing. This is her performing.
Oh God, and Jaden can't perform.
Jaden is a terrible performer. Yeah. And then the girls are just dancing on stage and it just kind of looks like a disorganized mess. And everyone's face in the crowd from that girl's perspective looked like, what the fuck? Like, what the like, they didn't know, like,
who they were.
Right. And they were like, we came for Rolling Out. What the fuck is this?
That's
Baddies.
hilarious. That's hilarious because it's so funny because, again, editing can make something look so much better.
I know, right?
That's so funny.
I know.
I believe it, though.
Crazy. I believe it, too.
I believe it because, again, I mean, Baddies is big, but Wildin' Out is a totally different, this was, like, on TV. So it's just totally two different audience.
Right.
You know, so I wouldn't be surprised that there were a lot of people that had no idea who the fuck they were. Because it's not like the show was sold out because it was Baddies. The show was sold out because it was Wildin' Out. You know what I mean?
True.
But it gives the illusion because Nick Cannon partnered with Lemmy, so it gives the illusion that everybody's there for the Baddies and they sold out this big arena. It's like, you know, cool. Yeah. Listen, still a big deal.
Still a really big deal for them, you know, considering how far they've come. You know, even Natalie was like, whoa, like, you know, because like, she really wants to take this thing big. That's why they go to Africa. Yeah. Shit, I don't know what the fuck plans they got in Africa, but we'll see.
Yeah, especially when their auditions is in Georgia, but in Atlanta.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, their auditions is in Atlanta.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that goes to show you how much they're going to the roots.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Anyways, as they're getting ready, whatever, the OGs are at the show already practicing, whatever. They go back to a scene where Ivory, the newbies are getting on the bus. Ivory's really upset still about this fucking prank that they pulled on her. So she gets on the bus, takes the shot, gets off the bus and says she's she's
not riding with the girls. Right.
She's gonna take her own transportation to the fucking spot.
She's so extra. Like, you're like so childish. Yeah, like at this point, like, come on, girl, it's done.
Yeah.
It's done.
Also, Jazz had said that, you know, she was on Wildin' Out season 13.
She was one of the girls on the show.
Which is, again, goes to show you Jazz, who she is. This isn't new to her.
Yeah, it's not.
You know, and I thought it was cool because I could see that as a full circle moment. Like, you know, you were back and you're back on Baddies. So it's pretty cool to see.
And before it's so funny, she used to be at the club and then she got kicked out the club, but then they went back to the club. I'm like, wow, so full circle moments are happening for Jazz. Like, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, for sure. So this is also where we find out that it was Pretty P's sister that kicked DTB. She said she a little kid, 18-year-old little sister, which honestly... Pretty P makes it known that she didn't set that up.
Right.
DTB, I wouldn't be surprised if she don't believe her because it's like, why would your sister kick me? If she didn't know what was going on, why would she kick me?
Right.
You know what I mean? So I get it. But that's also little sis, right? Like, I can't be mad. The little sis is being loyal.
Right. And maybe it probably was a situation where Pretty P just vented to her sister.
Right.
And her sister decided to do her own thing.
Right. Which
like,
they gonna do her own
I just
thing.
feel like someone like Pretty P who waited for you to fight.
Right.
That's a person of integrity and dignity right there. Like, she got fight etiquette. Like, I don't think Pretty P is actually gonna be like, yeah, little sis, get her. Like, she waited days, weeks, probably. I don't know how this is edited. She waited for you to get better, to fight you one-on-one.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like the qualities of someone that will actually send someone on you. Like,
and her little sister at that, coming from an older sister, I would never want my little sister to fight my battles for me when I'm the older sister, and I don't need you getting in trouble with my work stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just really gave that the little sister got upset, which she's gonna, because that's her big sister and she's loyal, and I can't control my little sister.
Right.
Like.
Exactly. And that's pretty much it. But you could tell, like, DTB was kind of like,
which I get it.
Not really buying it.
I wouldn't buy it either as DTB, because at the end of the day, you can't trust none of these bitches on the show. Like, you know, DTB been through a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and has done a lot herself. So,
yeah.
You know, you can't trust nobody. So I get the, you know, her not trusting, but at the end of the day, I believe Pretty P when she says that she didn't put her sister onto it. All right, so I think now we get a montage of the girls performing. You see Biggie perform, you see Jaden perform, you see Tasiki perform, you see, who else did we see perform? Tink? Did Tink perform? I don't think Tink performed.
No, I don't think so.
But anyways,
Summer's ass was out. She was shaking her ass.
Yeah.
Some people were talking mad shit because her ass was out. Like, why are you dressed like that? But who gives a fuck?
Oh, yeah, whatever. I don't really care. She's a baddie, so you know what I mean. But I did want to say that I thought it was interesting that when Biggie was recapping about the performances, she said that Jaden could have performed more, which I can't say that Jaden's not the best performer.
She's really not.
But really Biggie is a hater. This is the same person.
Yeah, she's low-key a hater too.
And then we find out on this episode why.
Yeah.
We find out why. And it just gives hater, like, why you hating on Jaden so much? She really like, okay, I don't know. But we'll save that for the next recap.
All right.
But again, I noticed that she said that, but Biggie and Tasiki definitely seemed like they did their big one on like.
Yeah, they said, what we doing? What's the word?
Yeah.
What's the word of the movie?
Yeah.
I love that part.
I did want to talk about Biggie a little bit more. Because I thought it was interesting what she said on the bus. So while they're in the bus, you know.
This is when they were leaving, right?
Yeah, when they're leaving, she said, she was talking about girls fighting and how being a baddie, you know, because they're kind of like taking in everything as what happened with the performances and Wild 'N Out. And they complimented I forgot who complimented Biggie's performance, but she felt good about it because she's like, damn, that's lit, because
she's not a fighter.
Right. So she's like, well, what do I do? And I think when she said, well, what do I do? It made me really, I guess, have insight to her insecurity as a baddie. And I think her insecurity as a baddie and what she contributes to the franchise really shines. And that's why you see her jealous of Jaden. That's why you see her get mad when Natalie chooses the other girls and not her, because I feel like she really does have this insecurity to her that, you know, just because she's not a fighter, just because she's not, you know, the way your typical baddie looks, that maybe, you know, she has these deep down insecurities, and you can see it emotionally, because when she's not accepted, all of a sudden she's like throwing a temper tantrum. You know, it's very interesting. So I thought her saying, well, what do I do, was very interesting. And it was just a quick little
That's so funny.
glimpse.
I didn't even like put two and two together because I feel like we always talk about how it really does seem like Biggie craves to be accepted. And, you know, when she's not, she does throw this temper tantrum. So, I mean, I think that's a good point. I think that's a really great point. But I mean, I don't know, I guess, because Jaden's also not a fighter either, but I guess you could say she has the baddie look and the baddie body.
Right.
But all I know is that if Biggie ever got surgery, it would be over for you hoes.
I don't think she should, though.
I don't think she should either, but if she did, it would be over for you hoes. No. She would be stepping on necks.
No, I think she steps on necks. No, I think she steps on necks the way she is. I think she does
step on necks too. I don't want her to get surgery because that would really just, okay, now you really not Biggie no more.
Right, that's the thing. But don't be like Rollie.
I will understand because we were even talking about this too, like with Rollie, like even though, she has a terrible personality, I understand why she got surgery because she was looking a mess. Like, and I was looking at her this week's episode. I was like, oh, she kind of looks nice in this episode. And looking at the bitches she hangs around, if you're gonna hang around Natalie and all these other bitches, you gotta look good.
Yeah, but
so I'm pretty sure it was eating up at her, you know, insecurity because you can't be with the baddies and not be a baddie.
Yeah, but Rollie look crazy.
She looked crazy. Biggie looked beautiful. Biggie is very beautiful.
Biggie don't gotta do nothing. Like she has maybe like not your average, your normal body,
right? But she really be stunting when she be putting on her outfits.
She look good. Her skin good.
She look good.
Her hair good.
Makeup be looking good.
Yeah, her wigs, even the effort she puts in her hygiene is good. Like you know what I'm saying? Like Rollie never did none of that.
No, she didn't.
Like her crusty toes is out. Like you know her wigs were cheaply done. Like now she puts a little more effort.
Even when the wigs were like good, it's just, you're still distracted because she's not cute, you know, not very attractive, whatever. But anywho, you know, that's all I have to say. I feel like Biggie is a beautiful woman. I don't want her to get surgery, but I'm just saying if she ever did and wanted to live up to those baddie IG or whatever standards, she would really be stepping on these bitches' neck because she's not ugly.
I don't know, because I think her insecurities, those surgeries don't cure her insecurities.
No, they don't, unfortunately.
You know what I mean? I don't, visually to the outsider, it can seem like she could be stepping on necks, but at the end of the day, everything comes from within, right? So, like, if you get these surgeries, but you still feel insecure and you still feel like you don't fit in, the surgery is not going to cure that. It's really not. You know, just like it didn't cure Rollie's fucking nasty ass energy and her ugly ass soul. So, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I hope she doesn't, because I'm already disappointed at who Biggie's becoming. I would be extremely turned off if she does conform to the ugly fucking culture of BBL surgery or whatever, all that bullshit.
100%.
But anyways, we are curious about what you guys think about everything we had to say about today's episode. Very curious to know if we missed something, if we said something that you agree with, if you don't, if you have a friend that talks about baddies and don't know who else to talk to about, come to the Petty headquarters, subscribe, like the comments, comment, you know, do all that. It's free. We appreciate everybody in the comments. We love to see where you guys are from. We love to read the comments and hear your opinion, because your opinion matters. Your opinion creates conversation.
With that being said, with the episode ending, we do get a preview of the next episode where we do see, you know, the girls turning up in the club, of course. There seems to have been a situation with Slim and Summer, and there's an altercation not only with Rollie, but with Summer. We then also see Biggie sitting down with Jaden, Anna, and Tasiki, and there's clearly a disconnect there. And, you know, not to mention the big brawl that happens after they leave the club. I guess Ivory got some ops and some enemies tried to attack the baddies. So, you know, definitely stay tuned for that next episode where we cover that, as well as episode 14. But yes, definitely comment your thoughts. Let us know what you thought. If you're new, comment below too. I mean, stay tuned. If you're new, stay with us.
If you're new, where you from?
Where are you from? We like seeing where you guys are from. And if you're returning, then what up? Come to the Petty Posse, okay? Join the mess, all right? We deliver you fucking weekly dose of mess, all right? But yeah, so where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram. That's JESSI.strange. And where can they find you, Tiana?
You guys can find me on Instagram at Renzamania1. You guys can find us on Instagram at
The Petty Headquarters.
And you guys can find us on all podcast platforms at
The Petty Headquarters.
Yes, and we release episodes every Tuesday at 4 p.m.
Yes, we do.
And on YouTube, we are at
The Petty Headquarters.
It's very simple. So yeah, with that being said,
this was your weekly dose of mess.